What if the deepest spiritual truth isn't about learning something new, but about, questioning the very foundation of who you think you are? Today, we're going to dive into a teaching that's so direct, it's almost startling. And it all kicks off with one simple question that just cuts through all the noise. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. I'm not asking about who you are today with your name, your job, all your memories. Nope. What were you before any of that started? Before there was even a body to call yours? This isn't some kind of trick question. It's a pointer. It's a signpost pointing to something way, way deeper. And that question? Well, that is our gateway into the teachings of a really incredible sage, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. His talks, which were all put together in this book called The Nectar of Immortality, are going to be our guide today. You see, he used this question like a master key, designed to unlock all the assumptions we have about who we really are. So who was this guy, Nisargadatta Maharaj? Well, you might be picturing a monk on a mountaintop, but that's not it at all. He was a family man, a cigarette trader in the middle of bustling Bombay. Then, at age 34, he met his teacher, got a simple instruction, and boom, within 3 years, he'd attained self-realization. And honestly, it's that ordinary life that makes his incredible wisdom feel so reachable for the rest of us. All right, so let's dive in. We're going to start exactly where he wants us to start, with that state before you even existed. Okay, and this is the crucial part. Maharaj isn't asking you to learn a single new thing. He's not asking you to add another belief to your collection. He's basically saying your true eternal nature is what you already were, long before the story of you ever got started. The highest path, he says, is just to recognize and abide in that, to just rest in that original state. So if we're trying to figure out what we were before we existed, where do you even begin, right? Well, Maharaj says the first clue is actually the most obvious thing in the world, and it's something we overlook every single second. It's that simple, raw feeling of just being. He had a word for this feeling, beingness. Think about it. Long before you knew your own name, before you could even form a single thought, there was just this simple, silent awareness. It's not, I am a person, or I am this, or I am that. It's just, I am. Period. And this really gets to the heart of it. On one hand, you've got the person. That's your name, your history, all the labels and memories you've picked up over the years. But then, underneath all of that, there's something way more fundamental. The beingness. That's the raw light of consciousness itself, the very thing that allows the story of the person to even happen in the first place. In fact, Maharaj called this sense of I am the first and greatest miracle. And just think about that for a second. From this one tiny, wordless feeling of presence, your entire universe sprouts. Every sight, every sound, every thought, every feeling, the whole shebang. Without that little flicker of I am, there's absolutely no experience of a world. Okay, so once you get a feel for this I am, this pure beingness, the next logical step in our little investigation here is to get really, really clear on what you are not. And to help with this, Maharaj used this fantastic analogy. He'd say, just imagine for a moment that your entire life, your body, all your thoughts, the whole world you see out there, it's all just a movie playing on a TV screen. So you're watching and you get completely lost in the story, right? The drama, the happy parts, the scary parts, it all feels so real. But here's the question. Are you the images flickering on the screen, the ones that come and go, or are you the screen itself, the steady, unchanging presence that allows the whole show to even be seen? And this all leads to one of his most powerful cut-to-the-chase statements. The bottom line is this. If you can perceive it, it's not you. A thought, you perceive it. A feeling, you perceive it. Your own body, you perceive it. So none of that can be what you truly are. You are the perceiver, not the thing being perceived. Now, that's a pretty mind-bending idea. And it leads to the big question, right? Okay, great, but how do I actually realize this for myself? Well, the amazing thing about Maharaj is he wasn't just some philosopher. He gave a direct, practical, step-by-step method. And his core instruction is really beautifully simple. Step 1, find that raw feeling of I am, just the feeling itself without any words attached to it. Step 2, just stay with it. Dwell in that feeling. Give it all of your attention. And as you do that, you get to step 3. You start to trace it back to its source. You ask, where is this I am coming from? The final step is to see what's left when that I am feeling dissolves back into its source. And get this, the whole point isn't to build up or strengthen the I am. It's actually to go beyond it. By tracing it back to its source, you discover what was there even before the I am appeared. That's the timeless, absolute reality that, well, that's what you truly are. And that, right there, brings us completely full circle, all the way back to that very first question we started with. Because here's the ultimate takeaway. That feeling of I am, our very consciousness, it's temporary. It showed up sometime after you were born, and it's going to disappear when the body dies. But you, your actual true self, you are the eternal reality that was there before the I am ever showed up. And you'll still be there long after it's gone. You're the silent witness to the whole show. So this is the final instruction, the final invitation. The whole spiritual path is just a journey home. It's a deep dive to rediscover that timeless, unborn state that you have never, ever, not even for a second, stopped being. So in the end, maybe the real question isn't who am I, but rather, what am I that I've been pretending not to be?